Alright, so Adam Warlock is the newest hero, anti-hero, misunderstood baddie turned goodie to be introduced into the MCU, and who may just be one of our mainstay characters leading us into Secret Wars in a few years. And throughout this video, we're going to be breaking down this character from his origins, powers, big moments in the comics, along where he may be going in the future of the MCU. I know one place Will Poulter's character will not be going: anywhere near a waterfall.
Believe in yourself, the rest is up to me, and don't go chasing waterfalls.
Anyway, potential minor spoilers for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, just a heads up, so you're not mad if you watch this. But yeah, I'm your host, Jared. Now let's get into, but let's talk about Adam Warlock.
On the ground!
So obviously, Adam Warlock is the latest character in the MCU, teased all the way back in the post-credits scene from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, with the Sovereign Queen teasing he is the next step in their evolution.
I think I shall call him Adam.
Harder, better, faster, stronger. He is basically a Daft Punk song, but this latest potential MCU hero has a rich history in the old world of the comics, dating all the way back to 1967, where he sorta made a first cameo appearance in Fantastic Four issue 66 and 67 as him. A genetically created perfect specimen by a group of scientists calling themselves the Enclave. Now, like any science experiment, these old dudes wanted to use him for nefarious purposes, but luckily him sensed this, damaging their facility and getting the heck out of there. Him then had a run-in with Thor after trying to steal his gal pal Lady Sif, and was promptly given a smack down by Odin's son, resulting in him returning to the safety of his regenerative cocoon to heal. Now at this point, the character was revamped a bit by editor-in-chief Roy Thomas and Gil Kane, making him into more of a Christ-like figure that we see here in live action. And no lie, Thomas later claimed in 2009 inspiration for the change of this character came from the wildly popular at the time musical Jesus Christ Superstar. I you not. Changing his name to Adam Warlock, Adam like, Adam and Eve, and having his second origin be tied to the High Evolutionary, inserting the Soul Stone into his old noggin and sending him to Counter-Earth, a hopeful utopian planet very similar to Earth that the High Evolutionary was trying to, perfect. However, Man-Beast, a failed experiment of the High Evolutionary, was running amok on this utopian planet, which resulted in Adam Warlock, or just Adam, or just Warlock, it depends on your preference here, becoming Counter-Earth's first high-profile superhero, trying to rid the planet of the evil presence of Man-Beast, which eventually was achieved by Warlock. After these feats, Adam ventured into the cosmos, where he came across the Universal Church of Truth, the Universal Church of Truth, which was an intergalactic cult led by a nutjob madman named Magus. The goal of this church was to spread its teachings across the universe, planet by planet, and if the planet was willing, they would assimilate their teachings into their culture, and boom, good, great, grand, that is it. But if they were not willing, Magus and the church would essentially pull a Ronan the Accuser and purify the planet, eliminating any and all who did not submit. Now, the shocker is Magus is revealed to be a corrupted future version of Adam Warlock because of the prolonged use of the Soul Stone, the old I gotta defeat my future evil self storyline. So in order to defeat himself, Adam teamed up with Pip the Troll, Thanos, and his daughter Gamora to defeat Magus. After doing so, Adam then turns on Thanos when the other 5 Infinity Stones are discovered, but is displaced in time somehow, defeated, and his soul is residing in the Soul Stone after Thanos took it from him. In a last-ditch effort, Adam's soul, projected from the stone, now a full-on being of pure energy, defeated Thanos by turning him into stone. Talk about rock bottom.
Boo this man! No!
Adam's consciousness retreats back to his new home in the Soul World, which exists in the Soul Stone. The final bit of Adam Warlock's story follows that of a very familiar story we've already seen on the big screen, the Infinity Gauntlet saga. Though a bit different here or there, the general framework of Thanos, who surprisingly found his way back to life, acquires all of the Infinity Gems into his gauntlet in order to court death, snapping his fingers, and half the population disappears, blah, blah, blah. You get it. You've seen it. You know this. But Adam, who's been living in the Soul World within the Soul Stone, is resurrected alongside Gamora and teams up with Earth's heroes to defeat Thanos and take back the stones. However, instead of them being destroyed like in the MCU live action, we've seen this, they are otherwise split up amongst who are coined to be the Infinity Watch. This comprised of Adam Warlock, Gamora, Pip the Troll, Drax, Moondragon, and secretly, don't tell anyone, don't, Thanos. That last one threw me for a loop, but you know what, Adam? You do whatever you gotta do. Obviously, Adam, my boy, has been through a lot, and each incarnation of the character seems to have slightly different powers and abilities, with the most common being superhuman speed, durability, stamina, strength, agility, the ability of flight, manipulation of cosmic energy into cosmic projectiles, recuperation, which is essentially him reverting back into his cocoon for regeneration, like some sort of caterpillar butterfly boy, and immortality. Solely, pun intended, on the Soul Stone being a technicality that he cannot die because death cannot claim his soul. Like a Dark Souls boss, he also became stronger and stronger with every resurrection, which later allowed him to dive into quantum magic, quotes around that, on top of the cosmic powers he already possessed. This allowed him to tap into quantum energy, creating force fields and teleport at the speed of light, creating wormholes and other irregularities in space. Now, the Soul Stone also allowed for a transmuting healing factor, essentially stealing the essence from other living beings and transferring that to himself or others. Basically, this dude has a stacked perk tree of any and all powers out there, even being in the possession of the full Infinity Gauntlet a time or two. Obviously, this MCU version is going to be a bit different with things because the Soul Stone isn't implanted into his head, so a lot of those powers are morphed into different things. In the comics, he also had a relationship with the Guardians of the Galaxy, even leading them, and that's where I think they will be taking things with this character moving forward. Nothing is officially announced as of now, but with Secret Wars being on the horizon, along with the connections to the Fantastic Four, I believe that he'll play a prominent role in at least Secret Wars. And as a soft reboot that Secret Wars is rumored to be, everyone, I could see him alongside Rocket and maybe some of the other new faces being the ragtag group of the Guardians. It really depends what Kevin Feige has up his sleeve and how faithful they are looking to stick to the source material. But yeah, that is a very rough Cliff Notes version of this new face we are hopefully going to see a few more times in the MCU moving forward. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the character. Do you want to see more of this chiseled, jawed man on the big screen? And what did you think of Will Poulter's portrayal? And I'll let you know, we're currently running a competition giving away 3 copies of Ant-Man Quantumania, the Steelbook, on the 15th of May, and all you gotta do to get a chance of winning this is like this video, subscribe with notifications on, and drop a comment down below with your thoughts of Adam Warlock or even Guardians Volume 3. We pick the comments at random at the end of every single month, and the winners of last month are on screen right now. So if that's you, message us on Twitter at Heavy Spoilers. If you want something else to watch, be sure to check out some of our other cool videos. We have a post-credit scene and full movie breakdown of the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Go and watch that. But with all of that out of the way, thank you so much for your constant support. I've been Jared. You've been you. I'll see you in the next one. Take care and peace.